you turn the key, hit the starter button, and click. Is jump starting your motorcycle an option? And if so, how do you do it safely? Let's open up the shop manual and find out. This episode of the Shop Manual is powered by DuraBoost batteries. Get 10% off your DuraBoost purchase at RevZilla.com with discount code 10OFF-TSM. Jump starting is simply the procedure of using another vehicle's healthy battery to give your bike's dead battery enough juice to start the engine. And the good news is that if your motorcycle has a 12-volt lead-acid battery, which most bikes do, and you're getting a jump from another vehicle's 12-volt battery, which most cars, trucks, and vans have, then it's absolutely fine and quite easy to jumpstart a motorcycle. There's a misconception. People think that a car's larger battery is going to somehow force extra energy into the motorcycle's smaller battery, but that's just not how it works. Now, for those of you running lithium-ion batteries, there is a little more to consider, but we're gonna circle back to that in a minute. All right, so to jumpstart your motorcycle, you need to have a healthy donor battery. If there's any question about that, you can always run the engine to make sure this battery doesn't get drained down. Then it's time to connect your jumper cables. Start with a red positive clamp and put it on the positive terminal of the dead battery. Then take the other red clamp and put it on the positive terminal of the donor battery. Then take the black clamp, put it on the negative terminal of your donor battery. And finally, secure the last black clamp to a solid ground away from the battery, ideally an unpainted frame or engine bolt. The reason for connecting this last clamp away from the battery is that your sick battery might possibly be off-gassing hydrogen, which is flammable. So if there's a spark when you complete the circuit here, you don't want it to be on top of the battery. Now, modern AGM batteries really don't off-gas, but it's better safe than sorry. Once you've got your jumper cables properly connected, you can go ahead and give the battery 30 to 60 seconds to soak up some charge, then give the starter button a 2 to 3 second push. Hopefully the bike fires right up, but if it doesn't, do not just mash on the starter button. That is hell for not only your dead battery and your bike starter, but also the donor vehicle's electrical system. Once the bike is running, you can disconnect your jumper cables in the reverse order. So black clamp off of the frame, followed by black clamp off the donor vehicle's negative terminal, then red clamp off the donor vehicle's positive terminal, and finally red clamp off of the formerly dead motorcycle battery. Your bike has been resurrected and it is running, and now it is important to keep it running for at least 20 to 30 minutes, ideally by riding it so that the stator can push some current into those hungry cells. Then at your earliest convenience, you're gonna wanna connect your bike to a smart charger so the battery can get fully charging conditioned. Another totally independent option for jumpstarting your motorcycle is any number of portable jumper packs. Lithium-ion options like this pack enough punch to crank any bike and start most cars and trucks. Plus, you can use them to charge your phone or other electronics on the road. On the topic of lithium-ion, if your bike has a lithium battery and needs a jump, it's really important to reference the manufacturer's recommendations before clamping onto the terminals. That's because there's a lot of variations in lithium design and sophistication, and how you proceed is going to depend on whether or not your battery has an internal battery management system and what the resting voltage is. Generally speaking, if your battery is not in a protective sleep mode and the resting voltage is above 10 volts, then it's okay to jumpstart, and the procedure is going to follow what we've already outlined. However, it is really important that after you've jump-started a lithium-ion battery that you connect it to a dedicated charger, because the chemistry in lithium-ion is a lot less resilient than that of lead-acid. So, jump-starting a motorcycle is straightforward and easy. You just need to match the voltage, be careful with the cables, and give the battery a proper charge afterward. That being said, if flat batteries are a common problem for you, it would be smart to check your motorcycle's charging system. We've done a video that shows you how, and you can find a link down in the description. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another episode of The Shop Manual. And now that you know how to jumpstart a motorcycle, you can jumpstart anything because it's the same procedure whether the vehicle's got 2 wheels or 4. Now, if you do find that your bike's battery is struggling, you're probably going to want to check your bike's charging system. I did reference that in the video. There's a link below, but also if you scan the QR code on your screen, it'll take you to an article I wrote that'll walk you through the steps. And as a reminder, the Shop Manual Daily Rider, leaderboards right over there on the wall, and of course CTXP are all produced using dollars that come from your purchase at RevZilla. So if you want to support this YouTube content, you know what to do. Thanks a lot.